this is Jo from Math Tutor Me. Today we're going to do some algebra and we're going to learn the very first step in expanding brackets, otherwise known as the distributive law. So to write an expression without brackets, we multiply each term inside the brackets with each term outside the brackets. So here it is as a bit of a formula. A outside of B plus C means I multiply the A with the B, and I multiply the A with the C. Alright, let's see if we can do that to apply that to some questions down here. Expand the following expressions and simplify where possible. I need to multiply the 4 by each thing inside the brackets. So sometimes it helps to draw these little lines to help you know where to multiply. I want to multiply the 4 with the x. 4 times x is 4x. And then I also need to multiply the 4 with the 8. 4 times 8 is 32. And that is expanded. That's the answer. Let's do it again for question 2. I want to multiply the 6 with the 2m. 6 times 2 is 12, and the m will sit afterwards. Then I want to multiply the 6 with the 3, or the negative 3. 6 times 3 is 18, and with the minus sign there, it'll be minus 18. Question 3, I have a pronumeral at the front. It still works the same way. H outside of h minus 9, I want to multiply the h out the front with the h inside. H times h is h squared. Then h times by the negative 9 will make negative 9h. Done. Question 4, multiply the 5n by the first thing in the brackets, 3n. 5 times 3 is 15. N times n is n squared. Then multiply what's out the front by the second thing in the brackets. 5 times 7 is 35, and I also had out the front here an n, so 35n. Okay, question 5, we're stepping this up a little bit to make it a little bit more complicated. We've got an extra term out here, but it is not part of what's going on up here with the brackets. It's just sitting down the end. So first of all, we expand the brackets. 4 times a is 4a. Then 4 times the 3, 4 3s are 12. And I just have the minus 2a sitting there. So that once the brackets are expanded, then I can look for any like terms to collect up to simplify. So 4a and minus 2a are like terms. They have the same letter. So 4 minus 2 is 2a plus 12. Is my completely simplified answer. Question 6. The 7m isn't part of the bracket, it's just sitting out the front. Then I need to expand my bracket. 2 times 3m, 2 3s are 6, so 6m. Then 2 times minus 5 is minus 10. And the 9's not part of the bracket, it's just sitting at the end. So I have a bracket and just 2 extra bits sitting around. Once my bracket is expanded, then I can collect up any like terms. 7m and 6m are like terms. 7 plus 6 is 13m, and minus 10 plus 9 are like terms. Negative 10, think of that way down on the negative side of your number line, and I have to come back up 9, will put me at negative 1. Okay, question 7, I have a few more, getting slowly harder as we go here. Question 7, I have 2 brackets in this question to be expanded out. I just have to repeat the process of expanding twice. 8 times p is 8p. 8 times 2, 8 2s are 16. Then I want to expand my second bracket. 3 times by 2p. 3 times 2 is 6p. And then 3 times by minus 7 is minus 21. Then I want to collect some like terms. 8p and 6p plus 6p are like terms. 8 plus 6 is 14p. Then I have a 16 and a minus 21 that I want to add together. So 16 minus 21 is a negative 5. Okay, question 8, it looks a bit more simplified again, but I've made this a little bit easier because we are now putting more negatives into the question. You always have to be a little bit extra careful when there's more negative signs around. I need to multiply minus 9 with y. Minus 9 times y is minus 9y. Then I have to multiply minus 9 with minus 4. Remember, when you multiply two negatives, it will become a positive. Minus times minus makes plus. 9 times 4, 9 fours are 36. So here's another one with a minus sign at the front. It's just a minus sign by itself. You can put a 1 there. If there's no number, you could make that a minus 1 to help you to expand that out. So I want to expand the minus 1 in with the 7m. Minus 1 times 7m will make minus 7m. And minus 1 times minus 8, minus and a minus will make a plus. 1 times 8 is 8. So what really happens if you have a minus at the front of a bracket, all it does when you expand it through the brackets is it changes the sign of each of the things in the bracket. So the 7m became a negative 7m. The minus 8 became a positive 8. Alright, question 10. Expanding. Alright, the 8 is not part of the bracket, so let's leave it sitting out the front. I need to multiply the minus 3 with the m, so that will be minus 3m. And I have to multiply minus 3 with a plus 1, which makes minus 3. Looking for any like terms there. The 8 and the negative 3 can go together. 8 minus 3 is 5 minus 3m. Question 11. Two brackets here. 7 times t is 7t. 7 times by negative 1 is negative 7. Alright, second bracket. Minus 4 times t is minus 4t. And minus 4 times minus 2 is minus and minus makes a plus 8. Looking for like terms, 7t and minus 4t. 7 minus 4 is 3t. And then I have negative 7 plus 8. Minus 7 plus 8 will make a positive 1. And way down here at the bottom of my page, I have 3 brackets to expand out. Just do it one at a time. 6 times 2a. 6 2s are 12a. 6 times by 4 makes 24. Okay, I have a minus to expand into this bracket, which remember changes the sign of everything inside. Will become a minus 5 and a plus 2a. Then I have a minus 3 to expand into here. Minus 3 times a is minus 3a. And minus 3 times 1 is minus 3. Looking for like terms, 12a and 2a and negative 3a are all like terms. 12 plus 2 is 14, minus 3 equals 11a, and 24 minus 5 is 19, minus another 3 makes a positive 16. Alright, so they don't really get harder, just longer with more things to collect up. Alright, hopefully you're feeling pretty confident with what we've just been looking at. So here is a few questions for you to try on your own to see how you're going. So grab a piece of paper, pause the video, try these 6 questions, and restart the video and we'll go through the answers. Question 1. Let's expand our brackets and simplify if possible. To expand, multiply the 7 with 3b. 7 times 3 is 21, and the b will sit afterwards. 7 times by 2, 7 times 2 is a positive 14. Done. Did you get that one? Question 2, same thing again, expand. 3a times 5a, 3 times 5 is 15. A times a is a squared. Then multiply the 3a with the negative 6. 3 times 6 is 18, or negative 18. And there's still an a at the front, so 18a. That's done. Question 3. 3 times m equals 3m. 3 times a positive 1 is a positive 3. These terms aren't in the brackets, they're just sitting afterwards. So then we can do a second step to collect up our like terms. 3m is a like term with 2m. 3 plus 2 is 5m. And the 3 and the negative 5 will go together. 3 minus 5 is minus 2. Question 4. 2 brackets to expand here. Just do one at a time. 6 times c is 6c. 6 times 2 is 12. Alright, first bracket done. Second bracket. 4 times c is 4c. And 4 times a negative 1 is a negative 4. Look for like terms to collect. 6c and a positive 4c will go together. 6 plus 4 is 10c. And 12 will go with minus 4. 12 minus 4 is a positive 8. Question 5, we have a negative at the front. Negative 2w times w. Well, there's no number in here to multiply that 2 with, so it's just going to be negative 2. W times w is w squared. Negative 2 times a positive 3. A negative and a positive makes a negative. 2 times 3 is 6, and also a w. Lucky last question. 5 times t is 5t. 5 times negative 3. 5 3s are 15, so negative 15. Second bracket, minus 2 times t. Just put them together. Minus 2t. And minus 2 times a minus 7. 2 minuses multiplied will make a plus. 2 times 7 is 14. Alright, looking for like terms to collect. 5t minus 2t. 5 minus 2 is 3t. And minus 15 plus 14. So it's nearly come all the way back up to 0, but we still have a -1. And that's it. Hopefully you can follow all those questions, and hopefully you're doing pretty well doing those on your own. Keep practicing, practice, 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 and I'll see you next time. Bye.